Hello guys, it's me, and today I am doing something slightly different. I'm going to be doing, or showing you, what the best star cards are for all the heroes on Battlefront 2. So yeah, let's jump straight into it, basically. I was going to do it with just me saying it to the camera, but I thought if I show it to you, it might be a bit better. Right, anyways, so, oh, that's my friend. Okay, so, Palpatine, he's over here. So, I have two categories for each hero. So there's one for infantry modes, and then there's also one for hero modes, so heroes vs villains, hero showdown, and then infantry modes, as in supremacy, galactic assault, all that. So yeah, so I'll kind of just go through and do that basically. But yeah, so Papa Palps. So the infantry mode for Palpatine is so lightning reach, so the one that I've actually got equipped. So Emperor Palpatine's lightning attacks have increased range, because you want to try and make his things as ranged as you can, especially if they're lightsaber heroes, because you can kind of damage them sometimes when they're away from you, so that's quite helpful. And then you have Show No Mercy. I don't think I actually have this one equipped. Here it is. Yeah, so Show No Mercy. So each extra target hit by chain lightning will reduce its cooldown by 0.25 seconds to a maximum. This effect resets when Palpatine is defeated. So basically this will just reduce the cooldown by the more people you hit. So yeah, that can actually be quite good, because you can do chain lightning, because it's by far one of his best abilities, so yes. And then another one is In Full Control. And Palpatine lightning attacks drain their stamina. Boom, done. That's his best setup. There are some honourable mentions. So yeah. So one is the rule of two. So the first three that I did before I said honourable mentions, they're the three that I'd recommend the most, but you can chip and change for these other two if you really want to. So yeah, so the rule of two, if I can find that. There you go. 200 lightning deals bonus damage to enemies that are electrocuted. So if you can do his electrocuted ability, you can just kind of attack them with your lightning and do more damage if they're electrocuted. So yeah, that's decent. I also recommend this mostly for Hero Showdown. But yeah, it's really the only mode that I'd really use this in. And you've also got bouncing lightning. Well, surge of lightning basically. Chain lightning can bounce to more targets. That is also an honourable mention for all infantry modes as well. So other than the rule of two for Hero Showdown, everything else is worth being on the infantry modes. So yeah. Let me find Palpatine. So what I've got written down in my book is it's just the same as the infantry, because there isn't really anything. Again, maybe have the rule of two for the Hero Showdown and the Heroes vs Villains. But yeah, you can have anything from the infantry that I just said. So yes. Anyways, now we have Finny Boy. Where's Finn? There's Finn. So for Finn, your first one is Stay Calm, which is here. So this is for every enemy Finn defeats while Deadeye is active, it will extend its duration. So he has like an aimbot ability, which locks onto people, so you don't have to aim. But yeah, each kill that you get with that, you can get extended duration once you get it. So you can keep active for longer, basically. No more running. After 3 kills, Deadeye is increased damage. So you'll have increased damage once you get 3 kills with it, which is a very good power up with that. So if you can keep it active, you can just aimbot everyone and also kill everyone so quick. Yeah, this is pretty OP in infantry. This is all infantry modes for the first bit. Well, actually, I said for Palpatine it's kind of the same, but yeah. I'll do both of them at the same time, so it'll make it easier. So yeah, and then the raised to do one thing there. Finn that I had a larger lock-on radius. It'll just help to target people, basically. But yeah, that's that. I'd mainly get up his Deadeye, to be fair, if you're gonna get Starcast up. The other ones are kind of decent. Honourable mentions if you do want to kind of focus on being like a team player to help your team a bit more. The radius of big deal is increased if 2 allies are affected, which is basically just giving him more health, and I think you're able to sprint faster when he does his middle ability. Yeah, which is a big deal. So that's that. And then 1 resistance there. The recharge time is big deal is reduced if you affect at least 3 enemies. So that's kind of self-explanatory. But yeah, that's for Finn for hero modes. For infantry modes, find him. Basically the ones I've got equipped, basically. No more running, race to do one thing, and stay calm. Which I went through the explanations earlier. So yeah. Righty. BB-8. Yeah. Bebe-8. So BB-8, there is no honourable mentions on here, so it's kind of easier to go through. So you're first going to want for infantry modes, again things like Supremacy and Galactic Assault. Whirlwind, which increases the area of effect of his cable spin, which is by far one of his best abilities. And then you want Spinner. If you can hit multiple targets, the next cooldown of the ability is reduced. So, obviously when it's maxed, you only need to hit 2 enemies and then you get a 10-second reduced cooldown, which is very kind of OP, to be fair. Spared batteries. So for every 3 defeated enemy troopers or 300 damage dealt to a villain, the shock prod, which is his main attack, is going to output more damage, and it is increased by 1 to a maximum. So yeah, so you can increase it by 7 for each 3 defeated enemies or 300 damage. So that's also quite good in infantry modes. I did say there wasn't any things, so I was looking at the wrong thing, but just a quick honourable mention, self-repairs, just to give him maximum health regen, so you can regen a bit more health. Again, pretty savage battery. And then for hero modes, it's practically the same, to be fair. I've just put whirlwind, spared batteries, and then self-repairs. But you can have spinner, you can kind of choose between them two. I'd say the other two are definitely worth having on. You can choose between the first two here. Yeah, that's BB-8. Anyways, who's next? BB-9E. He is certainly one of the weaker heroes, but you can still make him decently effective. So I've put on faster. If shock spin hits multiple targets / enemies, its damage will be doubled for the remaining active time. So when it's maxed, you can if you can hit 2 people, you're chilling. So yeah, you'll get more damage on that, which is fairly helpful. For reconstruction, maximum health regeneration is just really good, because you can stay alive for longer. If you do get low, you can regen more health. And then linked systems, which is basically the same as BB-8s, but it's slightly different. So every 4 successful stuns, so basically as soon as you start shocking them with your shock rod, the damage will increase by 1, and it can increase at the max of 8. But it does reset when you are defeated. So yeah, that's his infantry. To be fair, his hero loadout is the same, so you really don't have to change anything there. To be fair, they're the only 3 cards that would actually be worth running and actually worth having, because they do the most in their modes. Captain Phasma. There he is. Or well, there she is, more like. So for infantry modes, not hard enough. There you go. Captain Phasma gains damage reduction while Survivor is active, which I believe is, her middle ability. So when you get that on, you'll take less damage basically. It's kind of savage battery. Safety first, which is there. Just gains more health when using Survivor. So if you pair them 2 cards, you're going to be a tank, to be fair. You're going to be basically the new Vader, but Blaster hero. Because I think she's actually one of the tankiest Blaster heroes on the villains. So yeah, that is pretty good. And then I put laser ball durability. Yeah. So every 5 enemies she defeats with a staff, the recharge rate of all of her abilities are permanently increased. So not bad. Yeah, kind of sad, you just have less ability recharge, so you can use them more often. I've put down, so if you want to grind her in co-op, I'd recommend putting easy shots on for co-op only. It doesn't have to be co-op, you can kind of choose. But for every enemy, obviously, she defeats, her blaster's heat will be reduced, so you can shoot for longer, basically. And also, the more the better is also an honourable mention, because the rotation is basically you can shoot. Her droid will be able to shoot more people in the matter of maybe 10 seconds. It might be able to shoot them twice, and maybe able to stun them twice as well. So that is fairly helpful to have. But yeah, finish them off is also a decent one, because you can increase. You can do increased damage with her staff strikes. So that's decent. Her melee also is her staff strike, so You don't have to tap your ability button, you can just melee normally, if you didn't know that already. Yeah, I'll check so yeah, basically the same as the infantry loadout for her hero loadout, basically. What I just read out. Anyways, moving on. Boba Fett / Boba Fett. He is quite simple to do, really. There is no honourable mentions on it. Anyways. Why did that not equipped? Anyways. Actually, no. Yeah, anyways. Fuel efficiency. Actually, no, not fuel efficiency. Born to fly, so Boba Fett's ability cooldown are faster while in the air is health regeneration starts 1.5 seconds later. So you'd be able to do your abilities more in the air, but you have to wait for your health a little bit more. Which isn't really much, because 1.5 is not that long. Focalize. Here, Rocket Barrage, which is main ability, which is actually the best ability. Sorry guys, that was a bit. But yeah, basically, if you can hit people dead on with his rockets, it will do 10 bonus damage. But it could be a 1 meter radius, so it doesn't have to be dead on. So yeah, and then extended exposure, which basically just reveals enemies for longer. Which also includes you being able to fly longer if you activate it. So yeah, I did have this on to concuss enemies for longer, but it's kind of pointless. But yeah, that's that. The first, well, 2, 3, and then the last one. And it's the same as the hero modes, I'm quite sure. Yeah, basically the same ones. Bosk. I've got trap arming speed, which will activate an arm faster when deployed, so when you throw them down, they'll just activate faster. Multi-traps, he can throw out 2 additional proximity mines that have a larger detonation radius. And so it's a matter where you can throw out more and the radius is bigger, or the area of effect. And then you've just got the lingering Darkness, which will just let the Darkness grenade spew out smoke for a long duration. So yeah, it's having a bad try. And it is the same for hero modes. There is a lot of these that are the same, so just put that out there. But yeah, they're practically the same. So yeah, that's Bosk done. Next is Iden Versi. I can't find her. There she is. Alternative methods. You can use her alternate fire more frequently, which is her secondary fire. Wait, no, not secondary fire. It's her main fire. So you can just basically shoot for longer. That's that really. And then droid batteries. Stun droid and droid shield both have a decreased recharge time, so you don't have to wait for as long for the abilities to recharge. And then Cool Blaster, which obviously her main blaster, and her secondary fire doesn't build up as much heat when fired, so you can fire for longer. And I believe it is the same. Same as infantry loadout, basically. Have I already done that? I might have, sorry. Sorry if I have, I don't think I have, so... Yeah. So, yeah, she is done. Next is one of the most OP blast heroes in the game, Han Solo. So, for the infantry modes... Yeah, infantry. You're going to want to run airburst. So if you detonate your detonate charge before it hits any surface, it will do 20% more damage if maxed. If very low, it's 10, 13, 16, 20. So yeah, if you don't let it attach to a surface, so say if like you have a Grievous in front of you, you just chuck it at him and explode it instantly. You'll do more damage if you have this equipped. Smuggler's Wits, basically really self-explanatory. He just gains an extra roll. So yeah, so instead of 2 he has 3, which is very helpful when it comes to hero modes and stuff. And infantry modes, and then heavily modified blaster. You can build less heat when firing, so again you can fire it for longer. Yeah, that is Han for you. And yeah, basically it's the same for hero modes. So just the bottom 3 that I have here. But yeah. Right, I think coming on to the what do we call it? Lightsaber heroes. We have Anakin up first. So for Anakin, for infantry modes, Massive Strikes is going to deal more damage to, what do we call it? Oh, am I dead or what? Yeah, deal more damage to infantry. Or just, well, it will just deal more damage basically. But of the cost to drain more stamina, which includes fighting and blocking. So it is very good on infantry modes. If you can control it, if you can control the stamina quite well, you can shred. You can one hit 3 out of the 4 classes, which is assault, specialist, and officer. You can't one shot heavies because they have a little bit more health. But his base damage, if you can get it all the way up, is I think it's like 150, which is each of the classes things. So you can one shot all of them, other than the heavy, which is actually fairly good. Raw strength. Heroic might deals more base damage. Again, so it's rather just do more damage. And then the last one is all of them. Paul Dominant deal 50 more damage if a minimum number of targets are affected. So if you can, so the more enemies you pull, the more damage it will do, or slash 50 damage more. If you can get it max, you can force pull 2 just to get that 50 damage bonus. So yeah, that's Anakin for you for infantry. For hero modes, it's a bit more complicated. So for hero modes, I put down so raw strength, again, more base damage of the heroic might, which is his middle ability. Attraction basically has a greater range, or has a greater area of effect in front of you. Tenacious, just to give him more extra health to make him more tanky. And an honourable mention, which is steamroll. So if you can go on a streak with him, basically you can drain less stamina if you keep getting 200 damage to villains. It will decrease his stamina costs by 2%. but this effect does reset when he's defeated. So yeah, that's Anakin for you. I think we're almost done, guys. Obi-Wan, which is there. So you've got Jedi Resilience for the extra health regen, because he actually has really good regen, like mega. So even without the card, he's got really good regen. But with that, you can stay alive for a lot longer. Hence why I get most of my streaks with him. Forward, his defensive rush, which is quite good for cleaning up always, will deal more damage. You can, I think, one-shot all of the classes other than heavies. So yeah. And then quick and focus, which his charge up time of all out push is slightly shorter. So you can kind of be more unpredictable against other heroes, which is quite good. And also you don't have to stand out in plain sight for too much longer. So yeah. For hero modes, perfect defense, which will just drain less stamina when you're blocking and attacking. Jedi Resilience for the extra health, and then quick and focus for the slightly shorter push. I mean, you can do forward, but yeah, it's up to you really. But yeah, that's Obi-Wan. Dune. I need Yoda. Where's Yoda? There he is. I've got Yoda. Again, he's really simple to be fair. Agility, which he can do one extra dash attack, but the recharge is slightly slower, but I would say it's really helpful. Because his, oh wait, no. Don't listen to that at all. Actually, yeah, maybe do. But yeah, the agility is really good. Yeah, I'd put it on for sure. Feel the Force, you can give more bonus health when activated. You might be able to hear my mum hoovering downstairs, but yeah, I might have to kind of speed run. So yeah, Feel the Force, you can give more bonus health to people and yourself. And Jedi Mentor, you can receive less overall damage for the infantry modes. Hero modes, two of them the exact same, which is agility and Feel the Force. But the last one is opposing the dark side, which I don't know. There, you can deal more damage to enemy heroes with your strikes instead of the abilities. So yeah, that's Yoda. Done. That's for the hero modes anyway. For the last bit. Yes. I've got Luke Skywalker. There he is. So yeah. So I would run Epicenter. It will deal bonus damage to a target standing within half its radius. Boom, done. Intensify. Every trooper defeated or 200 damage to villains. Increases Luke Skywalker's damage of his lightsaber by 2 to a maximum. Again, it resets when he's defeated, so just do more damage over time if you can get kills. And rush immunity. When you're more resistant damage for 3 seconds when you do his rush. That's for his hero modes. I did it the wrong way around. But yeah. For his infantry modes, it would be Intensify, Epicenter, but I changed the rush immunity to extended push reach, which has an increased area of effect of his push, so you can push more people. So yeah, it's decent. Yeah, so that's Luke Skywalker. Dunnage. Got Rey next. Damaging strike. I think I've got all of them equipped right now. Damaging strike, yeah. Will deal more damage each target that is hit. So each enemy that is hit by it will do more damage each time. Resilient dash. You'll receive less damage while doing your dash strike. And then focused sight. Insight will be active for a longer period of time. Done. Wait, now that's for infantry mode. Now hero mode. So I've got damaging strike, so more damage with each target hit. And then I've put opportunist, which you can deal more damage to people that have been mind tricked, which is really good on hero mode. And then I have also put focused sight, which is somewhere. Yeah, I've got on, so long period of time. And that was also the same for the infantry. Anyway, we're almost done. We've got one more kind of ish page to do. So yeah, that's Rey done. I need Dooku now. Where's Dooku at? He's on here, isn't he? Yeah, there he is. Right, Dooku. Let's have a look. So for the infantry modes, Sith control, maximum health regen. Again, really helpful for staying alive. You can regen more health once you've been damaged. Last seconds. I don't know where that is. There, I don't have it on personally, but it will increase the well, it will decrease the recharge rate of lightning stun. And then balanced duelist, which is reduces the recharge time of duelist, so you can use it more. So yeah, that's for infantry modes. For hero modes, Sith control, masterful. So Sith control, masterful duelist, and also balanced duelist, which will deal more damage. Wait, no, masterful duelist is the one that deals more damage, but then the balance is the less recharge time. And then honourable mention, finesse, which you can drain less stamina with his finesse. My sister's up here, guys, so I'd be cautious of that. So yeah, that's him basically. So that bit was for hero mode. For infantry, it was Sith control, masterful duelist, and last second. Actually, no, it's balanced duelist. Yeah, the last one. And then last second. Grievous. Where's Grievous? Where is Grievous? There he is. For find him. There he is. For infantry, I put line up weaklings, which will do more damage with his claw rush for each enemy that's been hit. So yeah, self-explanatory, kind of the same as Rey's dash card that I said earlier. Flesh is weak also. For every 10% health missing, General Grievous gains damage reduction, but its health regeneration speed is halved. So that is actually quite helpful, because you get lasered quite a bit, because you can't block for as long, so that will come in handy. And then Flash is weak. Wait, no, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one I just said. And then Sith trained, which will deal more damage with his lightsaber, which I'm quite sure you can one-shot throughout the 4 classes, which you probably already know who they are.
Hey there.
Quick. That was my brother, sorry. I knew they would interfere at some point. I'll have to kind of speed this thing, won't I? Yeah. And then for hero modes, it is Flash is weak. Line up weaklings and beating heart, which will give him more maximum health again. Yeah, that's him. Darth Vader. He's very simple, so you won't need to wait around for this one really. So yeah, so you find him first. There he is. For infantry modes, it is Furious Resilience. Oh my goodness. Which will give him less received damage from focus rage, which is severe when he gains more health. He'll also have damage reduction, which just makes him ridiculously overpowered. Bonus health, which I've got on, increases maximum health to 950 if you can get it maxed. And then there is no escape. Lightsaber throw travels further, but I don't have that on personally. I have punishing grip, which he can choke for a long amount of time, because I feel like that's more beneficial. So yeah, you can kind of choose between the two there if you want. For hero modes, it is punishing grip, bonus health, and then Furious Resilience, which is the ones I have equipped right now, so just keep them in mind for hero modes, that is. So yeah, that is Vader Dune. I have 2 more guys, 2 more. Oh no. Now I've got 4 more. And they don't really have any honourable mentions other than 1. Yeah, so it should be pretty quick. Kylo. Power Reach has an increased area of effect. Oh wait, hold on. No, forget that. Actually no, include that actually. So yeah, for infantry modes it's Power Reach, increase area effect of his pull. Harsh Pull as well, to deal more damage to enemies. And then Closing In, which you can leap further distances. Because you can practically one-shot throughout the 4 classes. Maybe the heavy, I'm not sure. No, you can't. Yeah, throughout the 4 classes you can one-shot with the Frenzy. So yeah, so you can leap longer distances with his Frenzy attack. For hero modes, it is Power Reach. Bloodlust deals more damage with his Frenzy attack. And I don't know if I can find that. And Solid Freeze. Increase area of effect with his freeze. So for the hero modes, I'll just refrain this because I haven't got them all equipped. So Solid Freeze, Power Reach, Bloodlust. Boom done. Kylo's Dune. Right, got Chewie. I haven't got some of these equipped, because I think there are slightly better options, but you're free to choose. But in my book here, it says extended shock. The shock grenade will shock enemies for a longer duration, but has a 20% longer recharge time. So it's kind of almost useless. Because to be fair, the normal shock on it is quite good anyway, so don't really need that. But yeah. Impervious is good, because any damage with any ability, he gains 2% damage reduction to a maximum. So to the max, he can have 34 damage reduction, but it does reset when he's defeated. So if you can go on a good kill streak, you should be pretty tanky. And also, guys, I'm doing hero modes first again. I've completely forgotten. So yeah, this is for hero modes. Impervious man. I put down bonus health for hero mode. Chewbacca has increased maximum health. I think boosts him to like 850 or something. So it's kind of hoggers. And then what? I can't even. And then for infantry, I have got impervious again, which I already went through. Charging frenzy, who receive less damage while using charge slam, and then slammed to deal more damage within the half radius of it. Will deal 50 more damage. You could also have bonus health, just be more tanky, and echoing roar. For every kill he gets with his middle ability, his bowcaster will extend. But impervious, slammed, and charging frenzy are the main ones that I've run in infantry modes. So yeah, guys, we have 2